This past week, David, you had sent some information about African American participation in the sport, and we figured we'd tie all this in together and talk about what is the percentage of players playing right now who are African American. And this comes from a site, David, that you follow called Black Baseball Mixtape, and the person who wrote it has roughly 7% of the active rosters on opening day are African American ball players. So, and that's been the way right around where it's been for a really, really long time. And this breaks down, if folks want to read it, positions and things like that. So I'm wondering, is this something that is that a good number? Smitty, we'll start with you. Is that a good 7%? Should baseball be trying harder? Is RBI working? What's your take on African Americans' participation in baseball right now?
My take on it, the number should be a lot higher, guys. It's we got to tap in more. It's a lot of talent in RBI programs in Compton, California, for Atlanta, Birmingham, with Papa Jack down that way. We got to do a better job. Let's not sugarcoat about it, guys. We got to tap in more. There's a lot of kids out there. We got to shake those trees. The talent is out there. So that number should definitely be increased from 7%. We've been there for a while. And not just players, coaches as well.
Okay, well, how do you think you go about that?
Well, first, I know, for example, like with the MLB Academy, you got academies in every MLB. We got to recruit more. We got to come down that way, and we got to actually seek talent. I know guys like Marquise Grissom, they doing a great job as far as pumping talent in. Papa Jack, you got Morris Maiden in Sumter, South Carolina. So a lot of the guys are doing a job, but we need more help from the front office to help those guys also as well. So they got to be a really big advocate doing more than what they actually doing.
All right. How do you feel about David? So that number, when you said that to me, did you say it because you were surprised of how low? Did you feel good about it? Did you think it should be higher? What's your take on that?
Oh, well, for me, I can tell you right now what his number should be, but what I can say to you is that baseball has become super expensive for the inner city kids and the deep South community, where a big concentration of African American are. Baseball has become super expensive. If you want to see SIM, you need to spend a lot of money in travel ball. You need to spend a lot of money in coaching. You need to spend a lot of money on perfect game to be evaluated, because if you are not evaluated, nobody can see you. Because now, if you remember, Charles, before it was one scout for 200 players. Now, 200 scouts for one player. So nobody is going anywhere. Send me a video. Send me what are you doing. Send me your StatCast. Send me your evaluation from all those programs who charge $1,000. We can afford it. We come from a third world country. We are in a low income bracket in America. Still, it's a shame, but I was talking with Dennis Oil Can Boy about this, and I went to Meridian, Mississippi, because I just don't want to hear it. I want to see it with my own eyes. And even talking with you, do you remember Debbie Given, the one of the corners for the Patriots? That you mentioned the Patriots so many times today.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Debbie Given was drafted by the Marlins. Do you knew that?
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was drafted by the Marlins. And guess what? The Patriots called him and said, if you quit today, you're going to be in the roster tomorrow.
Yes. That's an advantage.
You have all these talents in an NBA, but guess what? You got to spend 5 years in the minor, or you can come be playing for the Celtics tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to pick?
Right.
But you need one basketball to play 20 games, and you need 200 baseball to play one game.
Yeah.
So it's not like African American they don't have the talent. They do have the talent, but
Oh yeah.
they cannot afford to play a super expensive game. Burger, the guy from the Blue Jays, his father paid for the whole team so he can play in a travel team. I'm not making this up. Did you hear what I'm saying? His father
That is amazing.
paid for everybody to play with him. He make a team for his kid, send it to the Dominican Republic, pay for coaches. I'm not saying this is why he's a major leaguer, but who's gonna an African American community or a low income community in New York, Meridian, Mississippi, where nobody goes? We're gonna have the scouts going there. Send me your stat cap. To be able to put all those numbers and the ranking, there's a lot of money you need to invest first.
Yeah.
So this my take and why.
You know, when I was a kid, and I mean, you know, in the perfect world, you have 9 guys on each side and you play the game. But when I was a kid, like we never had that many people around to play baseball. Like 9, we would play like a half field. So is anything like that happening in urban neighborhoods?
Yeah, we play with the left field and the right field because we don't have. First of all, there's not a lot of glove.
Yeah.
Not their own glove or their own $500 Dean Marine bat. I'm sorry for the mentioning. Free publicity in this, but you know, we don't have that. So we need to share glove, and sometimes we don't have enough glove to play a game.
I don't have that either. Yes,
The
that's not just about
baseball
the
the best. We did it every afternoon. Sam Low baseball. Just a bunch of kids together. Let's go and let's play.
But he's making a good break point, such monetary, because I know my nephew East Cobb is just back and forth. It costs, guys, and that's a great point, David. It's just that's one thing that weave us out. If it weren't for some of those guys I mentioned to help sponsor things of this nature, we just don't have it. It costs. Baseball, bats, it costs.
Yeah, it does. All right. So you think RBI program should be Smitty? You think the RBI program should be, you know, putting up more money, funding more leagues, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, they're working on it, things that nature. I know MLB baseball is getting involved, things that nature. But it's funny you mentioned that because a lot of guys I helped personally, they was getting overlooked. You know, it's guys out here. It's guys out here, and I'm not talking about D1. We talking about D2, NAIA. It's guys out here. But you know, hopefully I'm optimistic. Hopefully things will get better. I feel like God works in mysterious ways. He uses me in that way too to help some of these kids out. So a lot of kids, like for example, Brock's son on here is seeking advice, things that nature. So I'm gonna allow God to use me, and hopefully can help some of these kids out.
All right.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Before we move on to another topic, I just want to, we got the seriousness of the problem, but we also have the funny part of the problem.
Yes.
If you remember when black player was not allowed to play in the major league, you know what they were doing? They were learning Spanish and they were saying that they were Cubans.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah. So they can play. Yeah.
So they can play.
Yeah. And technically, Jackie Robinson reintegrated baseball because in the late, you guys probably saw Ken Burns' 9 innings in the late 1800s. It was integrated, and then the white ball players said to the owners, "We're quitting if this keeps up," and so then they you know separated. Then it became all white, and then it was reintegrated by Jackie Robinson and Branch Rickey. Back in in 47 and 46 if you include the minor league one, like I mentioned. Here's an interesting stat. Branch Rickey was the interesting fact. Branch Rickey was the GM of the Cardinals, and had he stayed with the Cardinals, maybe they would have signed Jackie Robinson.
There you go.
Then we would have had him and Musial. That would have been great.
You're right. You're completely right.